Here with baseball coach Nick Winecke. Coach, it's hard to believe it's almost March and the baseball season is upon us. Before we talk about your spring trip, which obviously is how you always kick off your season, let's talk a little bit of preseason. How things been going? You're stuck inside, but I know having dealt with you, you get a lot accomplished in that month that you've got inside.
Yeah, it's been a really nice first month here. Guys have worked extremely hard. It's a really good group. It's a fun group to work with. We've had some nice opportunities to be able to go out to RCTC and use their dome that's over their football field. We were actually there last night. So I've been very pleased with what we're doing. We got a lot of work still ahead of us, but I think we're making good strides to where we want to get going to.
You know, coming off of a conference playoff appearance last year, it's nice that that's becoming a little bit of a habit for you guys. How do you approach this season as you look at the spring trip and then into the conference season? Coming off of a good year, do you try and put that aside and just leave it alone, or do you kind of build off of that?
Yeah, I think the big thing is each year is their own year. Each team, it's its own team. You can't worry about what the teams did before you. You can only worry about the guys that are in the locker room right now. I think it's always nice to have some success. That's a great thing. But I just told somebody actually a little bit ago, you can't drive down the road looking in the rearview mirror. You do that, you're going to have a lot of accidents ahead of you. So we just worry about today. Today's the most important day. And if we do that, we compete real hard. Mentally and physically, we're here. We have great focus. Good things will always happen in those situations. But I think the biggest thing, this is a new year, new challenges, new obstacles, and new excitement with a new group. So.
Yeah, and you talk about a new group. You lost quite a bit of talent from last year. Can you talk a little bit, if you want to break it down by position, you can, but talk a little bit about this year's team, what we can see, because there are going to be a lot of new faces in the lineup.
Yeah, we graduated Kevin Gannon that played almost every game at first base for us for the last couple of years. Paulie Lanasa, who's played second and third base for us, and then Taylor Thelman, who had a phenomenal senior at shortstop. So you'll see some new faces in the infield. I don't necessarily think they'll be new to the program. They're just guys that have been working really hard for some opportunities. So we're excited to see what they can do. I think overall we have a lot of just, like I said, the guys have worked really hard. It's very close. And we'll get everything kind of sorted out here as the year goes on. But we're excited about this group and their work ethic.
You know, this is going to be an interesting question. I might put you on the spot a little bit. As a player, you look at a season like Benrkley had last year, MIAC Rookie of the Year, was on base every game. I mean, it was a phenomenal season as a freshman. If you could put yourself in his position, how do you make sure that you don't put too much pressure on yourself to repeat that type of performance and just go out and play as he's capable of playing?
Yeah, I think Ben had a great year, but I think Ben will be the first to tell you, actually, his work ethic has just increased drastically. He had a good work ethic last year, but I think he's really turned it up a notch. Ben's the type of player, he just goes out and plays. We've had some conversations. I think you always get a little hesitant. You're just not quite sure how they're going to be able to handle that. But I have full confidence he'll be completely fine. He's a great teammate. His teammates like him a lot. So as long as you got good guys in the locker room, number one, they'll always keep you humble, so you don't have to worry about that too much. But he'll do completely fine. He goes out there and plays the game hard, plays it the right way.
Let's talk a little bit pitching-wise. You have a very good staff that you had last year. Most of them are back this year. How pitching-wise are things shaping up heading into the spring trip?
Yeah, I think as long as we can stay healthy and be aggressive on the mound, we'll be able to play great defense. Defense starts with throwing quality pitches, having a great guy behind the plate, and we got a number of them, and then being great defensively. If you can do that, if you got good defense behind you, your pitching's always going to be better. Less pitches you have to throw, less opportunities to give the other team a lot of extra outs. But I like our staff. They've worked hard, like I said. As long as we stay aggressive and attack the zone, I think we'll be in a good position to have some chances to be successful.
And you'll get to see some of that next week when you're down in Winter Haven, Florida. A new spring training for you in that you're not going to Arizona this year. Talk a little bit about the trip in general, and then about the opponents that you're going to be playing down there.
Yeah, this will be the first year in about 7 years we haven't been down in Arizona, so I'm kind of a creature of habit, so I'm a little uneasy because I don't know what to expect a little bit, but everything's set up. It should be a great week. Play against some good quality teams, get to learn a lot about our team, and I think that's really important. So we're excited to be down there, play 10 games, We're staying at a really nice spot, so we're excited. We're excited to get kicked off and get ready to rock and roll.
You know, I know that it's important to win. Everybody wants to win, but as you head into the spring trip, I know that wins and losses aren't necessarily all that you're looking for from these 10 games down in Florida.
Yeah, I think for us, we talk about so much about playing the game the right way, competing hard, approaching every day with a focus. Like today's the most important day you're going to have. When you do that, I think you always put yourself in a good situation. You can sleep at night. I think with this, we learned a very valuable lesson last year on our spring trip that you just can't walk out to the field and win baseball games. It starts in practice. You earn things in practice by the way that you practice, by the way you treat your teammates. If you do that and you do that consistently, good things will happen to you consistently. We've talked a lot about the game is not on our clock. The game will reward you when the game says it's time to be rewarded. And it's not always when we want it to happen and how fast we want it to happen. So you play hard, approach the game the right way, be great teammates. Things will handle itself and you can sleep at night.
2015 season kicks off on Sunday, doubleheader against Milwaukee School of Engineering, Winter Haven, Florida. Enjoy the trip and good luck this year.
Thanks, Tony.